So what is solar panel? Solar panel, as we do look at it, they are the primary components containing photovoltaic cells that generate electricity from sunlight. These are the primary components containing photovoltaic cells that generate electricity from sunlight. They are monocrystalline and they can be polycrystalline or thin film, and each with varying efficiency and cost. So they are produced to ensure to meet the individual needs and the regional needs. Like for example, monocrystalline solar panel is used in mostly the region where the sunny season, sun hour is not much, and the intensity of the sun is not too hot, it's not too much. These are the places that monocrystalline is used, and polycrystalline is used where they used to have the region with high intensity of sunlight. Then thin film is used as a result of probably the budget. But mind you that whenever it comes to budget, it always will go down with the performance of the efficiency of the panel. And that is why budgets shouldn't be a criteria for us to use the type of solar panel. But I will advise you use the regional criteria, in the sense that that is what will give you a good efficiency production of your solar panel. So as you can see, monocrystalline solar panel are a type of photovoltaic panel composed of solar cells made from a single continuous crystal of silicon. This contrasts with polycrystalline panels, which are made from multitude silicon fragments. Monocrystalline panels are known for their high efficiency and sleek, uniform black appearance. The single crystal structure allows electrons to move more freely, leading to the high efficiency of your solar system. So it's very, very good. We look at it today. Look at some of the advantages of monocrystalline solar panel. Number one is a high efficiency. Monocrystalline solar panels generally have the highest efficiency rating among solar panels type, typically ranging from 15 to 20% of it. Number two is the space efficiency. Space efficiency, due to their high efficiency, they can generate more power per unit area compared to other types of solar panel. And that is why if you are buying polycrystalline, and your polycrystalline you are expected to buy 10, if you are buying monocrystalline you are buying 6. Why? Because monocrystalline will perform far better than polycrystalline solar panel. Number the three is the duration, the durability and longevity. They are known for their durability and longevity, and long lifespan, often with warranties of 25 years lifespan. 25 years lifespan. This is very high, and most especially in the high temperature. They tend to perform well in high heat and lower light condition, although performance can still be affected by extreme temperature. And that is where you can easily now look at your region and switch to polycrystalline when it's needed. And there are some things, the aesthetics of it. Many people prefer the uniform black color of monocrystalline panels over the bluish appearance of polycrystalline panels. And that is why you look at it, you see it like this, you know that this is what captures some people's attention. They will tell you, what of that black monocrystalline solar panel? They use black to identify it. Now we are looking at the cost. Monocrystalline panels are generally more expensive than polycrystalline panel due to the what? More complex what? Manufacturing processes. The high cost is often offset by the increased energy production and potentially long lifespan, and therefore it is more expensive. Now we are looking at polycrystalline solar panel. Polycrystalline solar panel is a type of photovoltaic panels made from silicon that contains multitude silicon crystals. Polycrystalline panels are made by melting silicon fragments and casting them into molds to form. These wafers are then cut into what? The individual solar cells that make up the panel. How does it look like? What is the appearance of it? The multiple silicon crystals within each cell result in a characteristic blue, speckle, or grainy appearance. What are the disadvantages? Of course, you know the efficiency. Due to the less uniform crystal structure, electrons have less freedom to move, resulting in a slightly lower energy conversion efficiency compared to monocrystalline. And that is why the monocrystalline is more efficient than compared to polycrystalline. Then talk about the cost. Yes, of course, polycrystalline are generally more affordable than monocrystalline panels due to the what? Simpler manufacturing process. What about the lifespan? About what? 25 to 30 years. Why monocrystalline is 25 to 35 years? And that is why we look at it today at applications. Polycrystalline panels are widely used in residential and commercial solar installations, especially where cost is a primary consideration. Where you don't want to spend much, monocrystalline can be used, but mind you, the performance will reduce. The performance of the panel, the efficiency of the panel will reduce. And that is one of the things that you should be concerned, not the budget per se, when it comes to solar installations. Now, we look at the thin film. The thin film solar panel, as you can see, as the name is, so it's applied. This is the type of solar panel that usually a thin layer of semiconductor material deposited on a substrate. Unlike traditional crystalline silicon panels, which are made from a solid silicon wafer, thin film panels can be made using various materials including amorphous silicon and a common and a reliable, relatively inexpensive materials. What about the carbon telluride? And offers a high efficiency than amorphous silicon, as the case may be, as an option, but not to be compared with monocrystalline and polycrystalline. Monocrystalline is the number one grade of solar panel that perform wonderfully, followed by polycrystalline, then followed by thin film solar panel. We are looking at advantages of thin film solar panel. Number one is the flexibility. That is to say, this particular solar panel is so flexible in such a way that you can even fold it like mat and to anywhere you want to go. So its flexibility is one of the advantages. Then they can be made flexible and lightweight, making them what? Suitable for curve or what? Unconventional surface. Then lower cost. One of the advantages again is the lower cost. Generally, they are less expensive to manufacture than the crystalline silicon panels. Remember that mono is crystalline silicon, mono is crystalline, And poly also is what? Crystalline silicon panel. But this and amorphous, or as the case may be, that they use to produce it. So you cannot be compared when it comes to pricing, the cost. Now we are looking at the aesthetics. They can be designed to have a uniform dark color, which can be what? More visually appealing than the grid-like appearance of some crystalline panels. Now, we look at the disadvantage. Number one is a lower efficiency. The thin film crystalline solar panel have a lower efficiency rating compared to the crystalline silicon panels, meaning they produce less electricity compared to monocrystalline and polycrystalline. That is a simple and a summary. It produces less electricity. Now, amount of solar panel shorter lifespan. It has a shorter lifespan. They tend to have a shorter lifespan, typically around 10 to 20 years, compared to 25 to 30 years of a crystalline silicon panels. When you talk about the durability, there can be more damage from weather because of their flexibility, and because of weather condition, because of their flexibility, like rain or snow can actually affect it. What about the space requirement? Due to their lower efficiency, you may need more panels to generate the same amount of panel required. Now, solar panels are rated in watts. They are rated in watts. I mean, a solar panel, the wattage, the solar panel's rated capacity is expressed in watts or kilowatts. For example, a 350 watts panel can produce 350 watts under standard temperature condition. As you can see it, factors that are affecting solar panel performance. Solar panel performance, number one, sunlight intensity. More sunlight means more power generation. Number two, temperature. High temperature can decrease efficiency. Please, it's very important. If the temperature is high, it can reduce the efficiency of the solar system. Number three is shading. Most especially when the solar panel is connected in series. If one is shaded, it makes the whole system circuit to be useless. Why? Because that cut off the system and disconnect the system. So that is why you see that shading reduces the amount of slight heating the system, slight heat of the panel. Now, number four, panel orientation and tilt. Optimal angles maximize sunlight capture. At this point, a lot of people may not understand at this point that they say, okay, put the solar panel on the flat surface. No, the solar panel must have at least minimum of 30 degrees. Number five, panel efficiency. More efficient panels produce more power for the same size than system sizing. As we look at it, we can now size this. We look at this system sizing. Multiply the number of panels by the individual panels rated capacity. For example, a 10 panels system with 400 watts panel has a total of watts. So the next video that will drop will be how the solar panel can be connected in series, it can be connected in parallel, and how it can be connected in series to parallel.